Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Very Big Comedy Quiz Tuesday night edition. It's Chris Forrest here. Well, I suppose you should know that by now because most of you are regulars. Lovely to have you all with us. It's lovely to be here on a Tuesday. I see Erica is with us. Hello, Erica. Nice to see you here, and Sita, all of our regulars. But stop saying hello and stop being amazing because we need to get to our guest. And our guest is an amazing person. He is a guy I had an unfortunate first meeting with, but I know you all know him. I know when I say unfortunate, I was a dick. He was amazing. I'll explain a little bit in a moment. And he's one of our treasures as South Africa. He plays in one of the best bands that has ever come out of this country, and definitely the best rock band to ever come out of Witbank/eMalahleni. Ladies and gentlemen, it is none other than Ross Learmonth.
How you doing? Nice to be on the show.
Nice to have you on the show. I'm trying to sort everything out here while I chat you. Hello and welcome. I was talking about the first time I ever met you, because there's memories you have in life, and the first time you ever meet the lead singer of Prime Circles, there's definitely a memory. I don't know if you remember it. We were at Cool Runnings in Always, and I was being that dickhead MC going, "What's your name? What do you do?" And everybody's like, "Don't you know who that is? Why are you asking him his name? What he does? Are you being an idiot, Chris?" And I'm just that guy. But anyway.
Yeah, it was very funny, but it was. I used to live at 69. I used to live at Cool Runnings. Yeah. At
Cool Runnings. It was a fabulous little pub.
Yeah.
Anyway, now you live at 69.
Now I live at 69.
Anyway, so fabulous to have you here. Are you a pub quiz person?
I get roped into it, but then I'm actually quite bad. I was on the weakest link when it was still running years ago, and I was voted out, and but I came third, but I didn't get anything right. Really, I was just very shit.
Who was on with you?
It was Craig Hines. It was the Finkelsteins. Remember the Finkelsteins back in the day? It was Khan was on.
The Finkelsteins. They did the M-Web advert or something.
Yeah, and then it was PJ Powers was on. Everyone thought she played in Mango Groove.
She shouts at you if you call her PJ Powers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, as long as who won it is more important. We need to know that you lost to somebody of a reasonably high intellectual capacity.
I think it was a guy called Worm from the Finkelsteins.
Yeah, the big afro.
Yeah, a Worm won it, I think. And Khan came second, but they voted me out. They turned on me.
They were just jealous of you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. So I'm just still trying to get the video up for today.
Oh,
but
we're getting comments.
Getting comments. Why is Ross's picture quality better? That's quite easy. Gareth, he's just generally better looking.
I have an iPhone.
I also have an iPhone, but I just look shit. If there's one thing doing this in lockdown has taught me, it's that when you put me next to somebody else, I look reasonably horrible.
You're also a burnt.
Also, I'm burnt. Because that was the thing. Was I decided to be a good citizen and clean debris out of the Klein Yuxke River for a day on Sunday, and then I got sunburned because I'm ginger. So that was my 10 minutes in the sun, and look at me, I'm pink now. Anywho, okay, so for those of you who are joining us for the first time, I'm going to explain to you how it works. The first most important thing is to have fun. I see you've got a drink there, Ross. Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Like it.
I'm just trying to get a little captain in me, as they say in the classics. Yeah, so the first most important thing is have fun. If you've got yourself a drink, now that there's no more restrictions, please join us for a drink. The second thing is that you don't put any answers in the comments section. You put your answers, you write them down on a piece of paper or whatever you want to do, and then at the end of every round, we'll give you the answers, and then you score yourself. I scored myself a lot in my teenage years. So you give yourself a score, and then once you've given yourself a score, we will add up. You put it in that Google document. The Google document is a pinned comment in the comment section of these videos. You can, and then at the end, we will tell you who the winners are. All right. And then what's next? Oh, very important, no Googling. So that's a big rule. You're not allowed to Google. If you Google in this quiz, the truth is you're only satisfying yourself. And Ross, what do you call somebody who only satisfies himself?
A wanker.
A wanker. Exactly.
There we go.
So make sure you're not a wanker, and no cheating. Like, I mean, we can all cheat, but at the end of the day, that's just stupid. So I just want to read out a couple of things. Firstly, Layla says, hello, Ross, accidental tourist in the house. She doesn't care about me. It's fine. I don't care either. I'm not better. That's the difference between comedians and like musicians. Well, besides the talent, is like you guys play, and then the women look at you and they're all like, wow, you can say something, you can get off stage and be like, I want to shake your brains out. And they're like, oh, he's so intense and moody and whatever. I say that and they're like, oh, you're so funny. Sorry.
Sita's got a joke for you.
Emmy says, hi. Sita tells us jokes every week. So sorry that I'm just reading comments right now. What did the instructor at the School for Kamikaze Pilots say to his students? He said, watch closely. I'm only going to do this once.
God.
Very good.
All right. So that is, yes. So where are we? Should we get started? I just need to, we're going all, I need to find my questions, really. That's important. I know
we've gone digital.
We've gone digital because Tabs wants to mess with me. So we have done this like 45 times. I promise you, I'm not a computer. And what's nice now is because we've gone digital, I've got an extra light on me. We actually don't even need the ring lights anymore. So are you doing anything up and coming soon? Are you doing any shows or events or anything?
We are looking to do an acoustic show, which we were looking forward to doing. And I'm busy working on a solo album, which is exciting. And we're working on a new single for Prime Circle. I've been working on this solo album as long as I've been working on my book as well. So I know you're writing some books and stuff. But yeah, I've been working on a solo album for a little while. And yeah, but it should be out next year, early next year.
I'm planning on doing an acoustic gig myself.
Yes, I like
and
it.
also a solo album.
Brilliant.
but I can't see mine happening anytime soon. But in any case, okay, cool. So we'll look out for all of those things, especially the acoustic set. That sounds really cool. I think that the last time we worked together was at the Light SA Red thing, which is actually, you're probably the most recent person I've worked in the flesh with. If you remember that.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I remember that. I don't remember one of the songs. I completely forgot it in the middle, but yeah, I remember that.
I have to admit, our 4-year-old is a big fan of Ross's. She didn't really care about you.
No, of course she didn't.
Oh,
that's very bright.
We'll tell her Happy Spring Day. That's why I'm wearing pink.
Happy Spring Day, yes. There was somebody on Twitter who was saying it's not Spring Day. And I'm going, well, then when is Spring Day? Because some people think it's the 22nd, but that's not Spring Day, that's Equinox. Anyway, I'm not.
It rained today.
And then Layla finally said hello. So thank you, Layla. Thank you for saying hello. Let's start. So we try to make it, because it's you, obviously, we try to make it a musical theme. Remember, you don't need to answer any of the questions. You just need to sit there and be good looking. Good job. But you can discuss the questions with me. So that's awesome.
Cool.
Big rule I don't think you mentioned.
Don't post any answers in the comment section. I did mention it, but we'll say it again because there's always somebody who's joined a bit late. So you don't post any answers in the comment section. You write them down on a piece of paper, and then you add up the scores at each of the end of each section, and you put your scores in that Google document, which is also where you register your team if you're playing with us for the very first time. So section 1, question 1. Are you ready, Ross?
Yes, I am ready. Cheers.
Like, you play music. Are you a big music fan?
Very much so.
That sounds like a stupid question, but I know a lot of comedians who never watch comedy. Weird people. So I wondered if there's musicians like that. Are there musicians like that?
I know Johnny Clegg didn't listen to a lot of music. He was not that he would just sit and listen to his own music, but I heard he wouldn't listen to too much music. And then yeah, but I don't know how true that is. You know, you never know.
Well, I would guess he had to listen to Jesse a bit.
Yeah. Jesse just listens to Prime Circle. That's all he does. That's all he listens to.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Because he does all those gigs with you guys. But anyway, section 1, question 1. Which British band released the album A Rush of Blood to the Head in 2002?
It's one of my favorite bands.
Is it one of your favorite bands?
Yeah.
Who is, and I don't think it's going to do anything with our questions. Who's your favorite South African band besides Prime Circle? Pick a favorite. Go ahead. Nobody's
my favorite South African band besides us is, I mean, obviously Just Ginger. There.
Oh, I feel we've lost you.
Oh, we're all frozen. You know why? The internet's gone down.
Oh, crap. Oh, we're back. You're back. Sorry, we lost you there. Apparently, Art Matthews is watching this, and he didn't want you to say Just Ginger. So, are you there again? Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Ross?
I can see everyone.
Ross, are you there? This is Are we back?
I can see both of you, kind of.
Okay, well, we've lost Ross. So in the interim, let's carry on with the questions then. So the question 1 was, which British band released the album A Rush of Blood to the Head in 2002? The name of the album is just A Rush of Blood to the Head. There's no 2002 involved. But I think, there, you're back with us?
Back there. Sorry.
Fantastic. We lost everyone for a second. It wasn't just you. It was a Vumatel problem. So you were saying, but we'll get to that in a second because I think we should get to question 2. The single Substitute reached number 1 in South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, France, the Netherlands, Sweden, Austria, Denmark, and Belgium in 1978. Which band released it? It was a cracking song, Substitute. Did you ever hear Anu Carson's did a sort of gothic industrial remix of it?
No.
He had a side project called Bell Tower. And he did a cover of Substitute that was, as somebody who used to really enjoy gothic industrial music, I thought it was great.
Yeah, like The Awakening. I love them. Yeah.
Yeah. But so who sang The Substitute originally, the name of the band? A big hint, it was a South African band. Have you ever played with them? Do you know who they are?
I haven't. No, I haven't played with them. I'd love to. I just think, it's that's the tragedy of the music business. I think behind the scenes there, like they should have just been like living on yachts now. You know what I mean? Like mansions all over the place. But that's proof that the music business will bite you if you don't read the contract. Shame.
Well, that's the thing. Tabs actually did a sort of course in music management, and they were a case study on how bands can get screwed over, which is what I want to be remembered for as well.
How comedians get screwed over.
Pretty much. A lot of people have said I should be on a yacht or something right now, but I don't think they mean it in the same way. That most of them have said, why don't you sail away into the sunset? Anyway, but so that's question 2. Question 3. Rock star David Howell Evans is better known by what name?
This one I didn't know.
This I didn't know either. I would have even not guessed it. Do you have a rock star name?
I do, but I can't tell you it. It's a private thing. It's when I go on stage, I have this sort of guy that I become in my mind sometimes. And then, like, if you have a bad gig, you sometimes feel like you didn't get your suit on properly. You know, you didn't become the character properly.
Lucky, well, my stage name is Chris Forrest,
There we
and
go.
my real name is Chris Forrest. So they're
Doesn't
very
it get
similar.
confused? Doesn't it get confusing? Like
It does sometimes, but most times I can separate them.
yeah.
But I mean, do your band members know about these things? Do they call you by that name?
No, they don't, but they do know about it.
Ah, nice.
It helps with them. It's a mental thing, you know what I mean? Helps get over some nerves and forgetfulness. Yeah. I'm quite a nervous person, so it does help me.
Nice.
Do you have a name you have to check in at the hotels? You know, so
do you do that?
No, never had to do that. I've had to do that just out of embarrassment because maybe I've thrown my name away at the hotel, but yeah.
All right, next one.
Okay, next question. The Lady Blunt Stradivarius violin is the most expensive instrument ever sold. How much did it sell for? And we will take to within the nearest, let's say, $500,000.
There's a movie that's very underrated. It's called The Red Violin that I recommend everyone watch, especially on a date night in lockdown when the rain is going, you know. But I think...
Whoa. Watch the quiz first.
Watch the quiz first.
Then get to the Red Violin.
Red Violin, it's an amazing movie. It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it, but it's like underrated. Not many people know it.
All right, and it's all about this.
It's about one of the most expensive rare violins ever made.
The Lady Blunt Stradivarius violin, the most expensive musical instrument ever sold. How much did it sell for? To within the nearest $500,000. What's the most you've spent on an instrument?
70,000 rand.
70,000 rand. Was that for a
guitar?
A guitar. And was it worth it? Did you break it on stage?
No, I didn't have it. It's worth it. It's retired now. I don't play with it live anymore. But yeah, it's one of my prized possessions. If the house was on fire, that's probably what I'd run out with.
Oh, okay.
Leave the girlfriend. Just take the guitar.
Okay, so this is one that I'm not sure you'll know, because some of these questions are quite difficult. So even for music lovers such as yourself, what is the name of Prime Circle's 2002 debut album?
So here's a little unknown fact. On the cover of that album, we're all sitting on a white couch. And that translates to Witbank. A little bit of a little insight there.
What did you do for Place of Coal?
Hey, what did we do for Place of Coal?
Yeah, because now it's
Emma Lafeni. I have no idea. But yeah, that album cover was going to be very different, and then it ended up like good idea goes through the system, and then comes out like whatever idea at the end, you know.
But that is so cool.
Yeah,
Would you ever go live there again? Like when you've retired, are you gonna go and?
I tell you one thing, that Witbank Dam is a good time. Like there's pubs and there's like you get a speedboat and you go on the bars. There's different bars and like I wouldn't knock Witbank. I can knock Witbank because I lived in Witbank in Middelburg, but yeah, it's actually not all that bad, you know.
No, I think it's great. Like that, I feel the same about Linden. But I've had some fantastic times. There used to be a place there called the Matrix.
Oh yeah,
the locals called it the Matrix.
The Matrix, yeah.
And the Tin Cup.
Yes, Tin Cups. Those were my old drinking holes. Yeah.
We had some awesome. Oh, I've got some stories about the Tin Cup. And there was an old lady who shagged half the comics. But
yeah. He shagged half of the musicians as well.
But she wasn't one that most people would admit to shagging, to be honest. What's her name? But anyway, it doesn't matter. We don't want to name change. No, because there was a great story with, we can't mention that. So anyway, the question is, what was the name of Prime Circle's 2002 debut album? If you, I know we're possibly taking a bit of time here, but I'm fascinated. If you look at that album now, do you look back at it and think, wow, man, we were amazing? Or do you go, ooh, we could have done much better?
Man, I can't listen to our records. I think I'll listen to them as we do them, and then I'll listen to it like sort of the month or two after, and then they're dead to me. It's like my nipples. I can't even feel them.
Which is the song that you like really hate? Like, because like, there's that everybody's like, play this one, and you're like, oh, fine.
You know, I can't hate them because they've given me a chance to be able to play music and to be able to tour it and stuff like that, you know. But like, I think like sometimes I really hate Hello, and then we reimagine it and we try and think. But it, you know, you progress as a musician, and you don't, you know, you want to try and keep. But I can't hate them, you know. They can annoy the shit out of me though sometimes.
Didn't Telcom use it in one of their adverts?
Yeah. No, not Telcom. It was. We did a couple of Castle ads. We did a song called Brother, which we never play anymore. And a guy got it tattooed across his entire back, which was like the first time I'd ever seen anyone do it, like something for Prime. It was kind of cool, but then you're like, are you sure? You know, it's too late now, but you know, it looks good. It's a beautiful tattoo.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, he's not going to see it, so
exactly. Yeah.
All right. So that's question 5. Question 6. Which musical Sir/OBE person had hits in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? So, in other words, I don't know why they said which musical Sir, but which musician who's been knighted, let's put it that way, has had hits in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. That's 5 decades. You guys aren't too far behind.
I think I know who this is, and I think he's had to sue because when you have musical royalties and rights, it lasts for like 50 years for you, and then it suddenly becomes like public. People can own it. You know. And he was still alive, and he had a #1 hit, and he was losing money, so he sued to try and get his own music back because he'd had a hit so far back. That is freaking crazy.
Yeah, he did. I think it was about 3 years ago. That he had to sue. I think it was the BBC that he sued.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all wanted to sue the BBC once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't think you realize that it's staying active for this long. I'm surprised he's still alive.
How do you get around that? You'd have to like re-record the album and then.
I don't know. I hope to have the same problem one day.
Tevia says she actually watched you guys play on Saturday and she loved that song, just by the way.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks.
I'm guessing. All right. So that was question 6. Which musical knighted man had hits in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? Question 7. Which famous film star danced and flew in the video to Fatboy Slim's 2001 track, Weapon of Choice?
Great video.
Love it.
Great artist as well. I actually loved that whole album.
You know that remember Coke Fest all the years ago?
Yeah.
And he was he signed on. It was actually going to be what I can remember. It was going to be his gig, and then Metallica signed on, and then all these other bands. And it just became like the biggest show that South Africa was going to see, you know. And I just felt a bit bad for the guy because it was actually his gig, and then all these other bands and Coke Fest became this big thing. I don't know if you remember he played that.
I strangely enough don't remember. I always thought Coke Fest was hilarious though. The name. Like somebody must have gone, guys.
Well, look, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It happens. Yeah, I'm not going to say. I'm going to back out of that one.
Yeah. We won't mention anything, but I do remember this guy. He had another name that was here in the mid 90s, a different band, but he wasn't actually here with them.
What are you talking about?
I'll explain later because I went to go see them and it was very exciting, but he wasn't there. Oh no, I can say it because I was like trying not to give away an answer. So Fatboy Slim.
Yes.
You see. So it's who starred in the video for him. And I was trying to go, no, I want to say Fatboy Slim. But Fatboy Slim came out here as Pizza Man. Remember his former band was called Pizza Man.
Okay.
And they had a couple of really good tracks as well. And then I went to go see them at Standard Bank, but he wasn't there. It was just people playing his music.
Ah, fuck.
Just like I remember being at Opi Kopi with
Groove Armada.
When Groove Armada was on stage, and the Anne and what's his name from Terraplane, who were like big into the music scene. They were like, "That's not Groove Armada on stage. Look at those two guys next to us. That's Groove Armada."
Jesus.
Those are just the faces. But anyway. Okay, and speaking of that, look at that. Hey, seamlessly segued without even noticing it. What year was the very first Opi Kopi festival? Question 8. Do you remember? Were you there?
No, I wasn't. I wasn't at the first one. I used to go to the band, and we'd always, I wouldn't plan it, and then we'd finish playing, and it would be like maybe 10 o'clock at night, and I'd be like, man, the energy is so good, and the band would say, well, we're gonna leave, we're gonna drive back tonight, and I'd always end up sleeping on the floor and like stealing people's firewood and like their chairs and stuff like that. I was actually pretty bad, and always ended up like waking up like 3 o'clock in the morning, just freezing my ass off.
Freezing. Yes, I've been there. I've done that.
Yeah,
maybe. I won't admit it in public. I didn't MC for you guys.
I would never change a thing.
I don't know. I never MC'd for you guys at Opi Kopi. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. But it's possible. It's possible.
It's possible.
My brain.
I was always very professional as an MC, so I don't always remember.
Sorry.
So,
not that loud.
So the question is, what year was the very first Opi Kopi?
We couldn't have gone. We were still in school.
Yeah, well, so was Ross. You never know. I think what's his name? Bugsy went when he was still in school, but the rest of us didn't. Okay. That's question 8. Question 9. Which English singer had her first UK #1 single with Burn in 2013? Now, I'll tell you something about this question because Tabs went through the questions with me before the time. And she read it and then looked at me and said, never mind, you're not even going to come close to this.
You're not going to get it. Yeah.
And you know what? I was a bit offended until I realized she was 100% correct. In fact, I can't even think of the song Burn. But yes. Are you a fan of this person? Do you know who they are?
A little bit. I'm not, I don't own any records really, but I don't change the channel when it's on.
Yeah. Well, I suppose I might enjoy it if I heard it.
Yeah.
You know,
who's the show that like international band that came to South Africa that sort of disappointed you the most, that you were looking forward to that disappointed you the most?
That disappointed me the most. I don't think. No, I have been disappointed. I'm trying to think.
U2's second concert was pretty crap.
U2's second concert was a bit shit. The first one, no, the one we went to go see.
The weird claw thing. I didn't enjoy
the
it.
one with the 360 was amazing,
Yeah.
except when Bono got preachy at the end.
Yeah, if he just shut up and sang songs, it would have been great.
I'm glad I was at that. I was glad to see it. I did enjoy it. My feet hurt, but yeah.
Somebody had to tell them turn the treble down a hint. But I was disappointed that I missed. Who was the warm-up band? Because it was the Nudies.
It was
they
the
hadn't played in years, and I
Yeah.
wanted to see the Nudies. And I said to the people who were with me, I'm not saying one of them might be sitting opposite me right now. I said to them, let's get something to eat because when we get there, it's going to be impossible. And they're like, no, we're not hungry. And then we got there, and I'm hungry. Will you stand in the queue for it? And then I stood in the queue for the entire duration of the Nude Girl set.
Yeah.
So not that I'm bitter.
Yeah. Someone owes you there.
I'm just saying.
Sure, I've made up for it by now.
No, I can't think of a band that's really ever let me down. The Faithless were a bit lame.
Which time?
Well, they were here. They opened for Prodigy, and they were a bit shit.
Yeah.
But also it might have just been because Prodigy was so amazing.
Yeah, mine was the Counting Crows.
I think yours was Counting Crows.
Yeah. He just sang every song in the same melody, and he was hammered, which wasn't fun. That was hammered as well.
Oh.
I saw Top Loader once at. This is the most bizarre thing because Top Loader had Dancing in the Moonlight. And they're such a great band. But they were playing at Tan's Cafe in Bryanston, and there were only 15 people there.
That's amazing. I mean, that's sad for them, but amazing.
But the thing is, it was a cock-up because they were supposed to come out, and then remember that Icelandic volcano blew up and nobody could fly.
Yeah.
So they came out right after, like as soon as people could fly again, and nobody told anybody. So we had this private show of Top Loader, and we spent the night chatting. It was so good, just to have like the small intimate thing. It was great.
All right, so now we're on question 10, and question 10 we would normally play music via a Bluetooth speaker, but Facebook seems to have caught on, and then they ban us in 268 countries and Chile. So you're going to sing the song for us, and we have to guess the artist and song title.
Okay, let me try this one. All my friends are heathens, take it slow. We're burning to ask you what you know.
You do know it. We've got it.
Please don't make any sudden moves. They don't know the half of the abuse. I think I messed up some of the lyrics.
Do you know it's irritating me because I know it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. No, that's brilliant. Can you sing it again for us?
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. We're falling to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
I'm going to blow a bit of smoke up your ass right now and say I actually prefer that to the original.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
you
very
seen
much.
There's two people, one of whom we're going to ask a question about later, who have a cover band called Absent, where they just like have fun and sing acoustic versions of songs they really like. You should really do that. But anyway, okay, so let's just recap those questions quickly, and then we'll get to the answers. So we're going to do it at lightning speed. Question 1, which British band released an album called Rush of Blood to the Head in 2002? Question 2, the single Substitute reached #1 in South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Germany, France, the Netherlands, Sweden, Austria, Denmark, and Belgium in 1978. What was the name of the band who sang it? Question 3, rock star David Howell Evans is better known by what name? Question 4, the Lady Blunt Stradivarius violin is the most expensive instrument ever sold. How much did it sell for? Question 5, what is the name of Prime Circle's 2002 debut album? Question 6, which musical Sir/OBE/Knight has had hits in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? Question 7, which famous film star danced and flew in the video to Fatboy Slim's 2001 track Weapon of Choice? You can go with this. You can go with that. Question 8, in what year was the very first Oppie Koppie Festival? Question 9, which English singer had her first UK #1 hit single with Burn in 2013? And question 10, do you fancy playing it again, or do you think we've played it enough?
I can do it again.
Let's do it again. It was really good.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. We're burning to ask you what you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse.
There we go.
Fantastic.
So we want the artist and song title. And it's not just me. Emmy Sabini is also saying, please cover that in your next acoustic show.
We'll do it. For you, we'll do it.
We give that an official not cock. It's really like that. Okay, so let's get to the answers. Question 1. Which British band released the album A Rush of Blood to the Head in 2002? You say it's one of your favorites?
Coldplay.
Coldplay, who are quite deep with their lyrics. I mean, I drew a line for you and all the things you do, and it was all yellow.
I used to dislike them, and then when it said you can take a picture of something you see, and it used to freaking annoy me. And then I was like, thanks, I didn't fucking know that, man. But now, like, I really do love Coldplay, and I take pictures of things I can see all the time because I know I can.
Well, you see, so it was deep.
Erica said there has to be one always giving the answer. Did we give away an answer?
We never said Coldplay.
I don't know.
Was I not supposed to give it out there now?
No,
it's Coldplay. That's the answer. We're giving the answers. That's the whole point of what we're doing right now, Erica. Unless
she's drunk.
Unless she's on.
We'll never know.
She is. I think she was from Witbank because she is talking about Cucumber Zoo at the Witbank Dam. Witbank Dam. At the Take 5 Fest.
Okay. No, I understand what you're saying.
That's
doesn't matter.
I'm not understanding.
The name of the song was in the lyrics.
But
if you know the song, you know the song.
It doesn't matter. Question 2. The single Substitute was a #1 in a whole bunch of countries. Mm-hmm. Who were the band that sang it? The South African band. It was Clout. And Cindy Alter, the singer, she's still doing the thing.
She's lovely.
Legend.
So yes, Clout. Question 3. Rockstar David Howell Evans was better known by what name? Do you know this one?
Yes, The Edge.
The Edge. The Bono and The Edge. So The Edge of U2 fame. His name is The Edge.
The favorite sexual position of sheep farmers in Wales. Yes.
I'm guessing that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Well, apparently in Ireland as well. The Lady Blood Stradivari violin is the most expensive instrument ever sold. How much did it sell for? The answer, and we'll take to within the nearest $500,000, but the answer is $15.9 million US. Suddenly your guitar seems cheap and nasty.
Jesus, it's ugly and nasty. But that is amazing.
$15.9 million. Yeah, it better sound really nice for that. Question 5. What's the name of Prime Circle's 2002 debut album? You want to give
Hello,
this one?
Crazy World. Hello, Crazy World. Not called Witbank.
Witbank. What was the single on that? Was it Hello?
There was we that album had I think we had about 5 #1s on that album. It was amazing. But Hello was the biggest song.
Showing off.
I am showing off. I'm very proud. But Hello was the song.
Fantastic.
I actually had the book from Black. I was getting makeup done backstage one day, and he walked in and he said, "Hello." And I said, "Are you taking the piss out of me?" And his face dropped. He got like a shock, and I was just joking. Yeah, it was funny. You had to be there.
All right. Did you go back with Della Rey?
Yeah, Della Rey. Yeah.
Question 5. What was the name of Prime Circle? No, that's question 5. Question 6. What musical Sir/OBE had hits in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s? It was Cliff Richard.
And he likes to. I remember him singing at Wimbledon when I don't know what, it was raining.
It was raining.
Bad that I know.
To the Queen.
Yeah, I know this random shit that I know. It's weird.
I actually remember that Wimbledon thing, and it was so endearing that he got up and sang to the Queen. But I was just like, what a stage slut. Get off. It's not about
Calm
you.
down. We all know you. We all know it's you.
Yeah, bachelor boy. We're over it now.
Yeah.
All right. Question 7. Which famous film star danced and flew in the video to Fatboy Slim's 2001 track Weapon of Choice? Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
We
When he
just
goes
called
to
Richard
fighters.
a stage slut.
He is a stage slut. He's had hits in 5 decades. It's time to move on.
I think anyone who goes on stage is a stage whore. I've seen you being a stage whore.
I haven't done it for 50 years.
There's still time. You're not 79.
If I was at Wimbledon and rain stopped play, I can guarantee I wouldn't say, give me the mic, guys. I got some great gags for the Queen.
I've seen you at a pub in Edinburgh get up and do some comedy because you were bored.
That is different.
Rock and roll, man.
A little bit of advice for you, for anybody watching as well. Never say stuff in front of your wife. She will name and shame you. So the answer to question 7 is Christopher Walken. For
7 Psychopaths, one of my favorite movies of his.
I think he peaked in the Fatboy Slim music video, though, to be honest.
He was amazing. Yeah.
He did a marathon not so long ago.
Jesus.
It was Christopher running. I could not do it.
Oh my god. I'm just going to mute you.
I'll show myself out. Okay, so what year was the very first Oppie Koppie Festival? Was 1995. 1995. I was in matric, so I couldn't go. I was very busy that year. But yes, the answer is 1995. I think Koos Kombuis was the headliner, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
Hasn't he done? He's done like every single one ever.
I think also Albert Frost has as well. I think he was 11 when he did his first one. No, he wasn't 11. He couldn't have been 11. My age.
He might be.
Yeah.
Do you know who you might be thinking of is Dan Patlansky?
I think it's more. I think it's Albert. I've got a feeling it's him, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay, so it says here, he was in '94. He was 17, so he was 18.
17.
He did the first one.
He's not cuck, Albert Frost. He can play a bit.
No, the man is a legend. Yeah.
Well, Dan Patlansky is also not terrible.
Yeah, Dan. I did a song with Dan called 20 Stones, and we just released it on YouTube. So if anyone hasn't seen that, my dad heard it and he says, we never released it. We just put it out on YouTube. And my dad is a very broad Scotsman, and he says, don't you like money? Don't you like fucking money, boy? Because he loves the song. So it's one of his favorites.
I'm gonna look out for that after this.
It's a super ballad.
So that's question 8 was 1995. Question 9, which English singer had her first UK #1 single with Burn in 2013? The answer is Ellie Goulding.
Yeah.
Ellie Goulding. And then question 10, the artist and song title. Would you like to give it to us? It was 21 Pilots. What is
Heathens. Heathens.
Heathens.
Heathens. Aye, heathens.
Heathens.
Like my dad. That's a word my dad uses. You're fucking heathens. Aye, heathens.
Oh yeah, sounds about right.
So I'm guessing your dad's from Glasgow then, because nobody can understand it.
Yeah, he's Motherwell. We're all from Motherwell. Just it's a dot down. It's a little bit closer. It's close to Glasgow.
It's fine. We like Scottish people in this house. We have to, or they don't speak to us.
Erica says she used to play snooker with my dad.
She used to play snooker with your dad. Where am I? Oh, crap! I forget with this.
Wow.
Yeah.
You look on your phone.
Erica's awesome. She'd understand your dad. She's married to a Geordie.
There we go.
At Middleburg Country Club.
My mum's a Geordie.
Oh. Nobody's
Yeah,
perfect.
Jim Hart, Mr. Fart.
Okay, so there we go. That round was out of 11. Add up your scores. Fill them in on that Google document that's in the pinned section of the comments.
I think I got 6.
Yours don't matter. You score well in either way. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, tell us how you did. Middleburg Country Club. So Woodbank and Middleburg, hey, all the glamour places.
Oh, yes, glamour, say, upbringing of a king, I'll tell you.
But the two are quite close to each other.
Yeah, they're close, but it's also got a bit of an enemy thing, but not too bad. But yeah, Middleburg wins cleanest town in South Africa every year, even though it's the most polluted town in the world for a time. And then Woodbank became the most polluted. How do you win the tidiest town, yet you can't breathe freaking air? Yeah.
Well, if you don't have energy to walk outside and throw rubbish around, then you...
Yeah. You just breathe in the rubbish, you don't throw it away.
Yeah. Wow. Eric has got stories for days.
Your dad wanted
us to run over your... Jesus.
I feel possibly, Erica, you should stop sharing these things right now.
All right, so we've got some scores in. I think we can move on.
All right, section 2, question 1. In 1975, Bohemian Rhapsody was the number 1 for 9 weeks. It was knocked off the top slot by a song with a name that appears in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody. Name the song and the band that ended Queen's number 1 success.
I'm guessing.
Like this, well, I was like going through the whole thing. And then it took me a long time and I didn't get it. So Bohemian Rhapsody was number 1 for 9 weeks. Which song whose lyrics are in Bohemian Rhapsody finally knocked it off the number 1 spot? I want the name of the song and the band that sang it. And I will admit I've been more and more open with it as the years go by. I'm actually a fan of this band.
Nice.
I was hoping you'd say you are as well, just so we could.
I think I am. I'm guessing though. I think it's the same band.
Fantastic. Well, that is question 1. Question 2. This is another tough one for you. Besides Ross, name 2 current members of Prime Circle.
Wow.
We can take first names because not everybody.
Yeah, we'll take first names.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Grumpy and
we're gonna take a chance to incriminate you right now. Who gets the most groupie action in the band? Is it the drummer?
No, I mean Dale is gorgeous.
Don't mention any names.
Oh, sorry. The drummer, Frank is gorgeous. But so that one is disqualified. Not to use that one. But I think. But everyone is in relationships happily. We've always been sort of more to ourselves, I suppose. So the groupie action. But women love drummers. It's built in.
It's weird. You'd think they'd like musicians.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is my problem.
I used to have such a crush on Brent Harris when I was at varsity with his long.
I still have a crush on Brent Harris.
I don't really have a crush on him, but I think of him as a friend. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
And I even like The Jam.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Christian, he was in Mean Mr. Mustard for anybody who's wondering.
No, it wasn't me. Just Ginger.
Just Ginger. That's what I meant. Same thing.
The mustard and jam doesn't go together.
So close. Mustard, jam, I'm glad I was already picked. Yeah, so question 2, besides Ross, I'm sure he was in Mean Mr. Mustard.
No, completely different bag. Just odd. Oh, I think we should do a South African quiz and quiz you.
I'll do very well. So besides Ross and Dale, because we already exposed him, name 2 current members of Prime Circle.
Don't worry, we always give some answers away. Always.
We'll take their first names. Question 3. Now, I'm just going to put it out there. I know this is supposed to be music. I played the drums, so I can slag off drummers.
Nice.
But I didn't know the answer to this. What are the 4 main sections that a drum kit can be broken into? Did you know this? Do you know this?
Possibly, not really.
No,
I played the drums in a marching band. It's not exactly the
still
same.
the drums.
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't know.
Marching bands can be cool too.
No, they can't. Did you get laid when you were in the marching band?
I didn't get anyway. Yes.
There was that woman in Woodbank.
I said no. She was from Manchester. She had short white hair, and I remember her name. Her name was Faith.
Faith No More.
She was old. She was, and the comedian I'm thinking of who also said no, but she managed to still stick her hand in his pants and stick her tongue in his mouth. Like he was taking the piss out of her, and she thought he was flirting. He was going, "This is Faith, but she's lost hope."
Oh wow!
And things like that, and he was being hilarious.
Those were tough gigs. You guys playing comedy shows at the Tin Cups was like there was a lot of banter and a lot of biting and heckling. You guys had to fight.
One of my favorite jokes, I'm going to be quite self-indulgent here. One of my favorite jokes that I've ever written was I especially in my like very dry days. I said I was addicted to soap, but I'm clean now.
Fucking hell.
And the reason, the way I thought of it, it was actually at the Tin Cup, and the dirtiest, siffest, smelliest dude came and sat next to me and a chap called Malcolm Ferreira, and he decided to tell us his life story. And he said, "Yeah, I was addicted to drugs, but I'm clean now." And I'm like, "Dude, you are anything but clean." Like if there's one thing you're not, it's clean.
Yeah.
Which became that thing. But yeah, so good old Faith. But what are the 4 main sections that make up that a drum kit can be broken into? It's a very technical question. Question 4. South African rocker Martin Otto is more commonly known as what or who? I know you know this one.
Yeah.
Everybody should know this one.
Well, maybe they'll only recognize him if he doesn't have his shirt on.
No, we're not even giving away that clue. So, South African rocker Martin Otto is more commonly known as who? Which is
no, I'm not going to say that either. I'm backpedaling.
No, you can.
No.
There's a lot of Martins. There's so many Martins. In fact, there's even a Martin Rocker, which is weird. We'll go on to question 5, which is a very odd question compared to the others. Eminem's "Lose Yourself" is the soundtrack to which film? The moment you own it, like I think we all got inspired by this movie. Knees weak, palms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweaty. That's mom's spaghetti.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's a great soundtrack.
It was a great soundtrack. I did a spoof of it once. It was brilliant. The movie, not my spoof. That was cut. So Eminem's "Lose Yourself" is the soundtrack to which film? Question 6 is.
Can I tell you a joke? Sorry.
You have to tell me a joke.
This is the oldest joke that I have. I've told it on radio before, and people still tell me to stop telling this freaking joke. So there's two Irish guys, and the one Irish guy says to the other, "Do you like Eminem?" He says, "The chocolate." He says, "No, the wrapper." He says, "Why would I like the fucking wrapper?" Terrible joke. I got to get new jokes, I swear to God.
But I like the Irish accent.
I'm gonna do a joke that's not my joke. It's Alan Adams' joke, so I have to credit him because it's Alan Adams. He does the thing about when they found George Michael dead in a hotel room, and he had a bunch of chocolate shoved up his ass, and they thought it was going to be a careless whisper. But turns out it was an M&M.
That's terrible.
But I'm still laughing at why would I eat the wrapper?
Oh my god.
All right, where did we go? Oh, I haven't even read question 6 yet. Rick Allen is famously known as the one-armed drummer. Which British band did he play for?
You know, you got to respect those guys, man. Like I used to work in the steelworks as well, and it was like I got fired by my dad, but it was something, you know, I related to them. And the band, they stuck with him as well. You know, they could have gone either way, but they stuck with him. Respect.
When you say they stuck with him,
like they could have said, you know what, man, it's a bummer. You know, you're a one-armed man now. You know, it's not easy to play the drums or whatever. But he's probably better than like most drummers. You know.
Did he start off with 2 arms? Because that would make it easy. Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
The
Don't quote me.
78, I think, and he lost his arm in 84.
Oh. And the band was signed and everything. And then they got a #1, and they were all working in the steelworks, and they didn't know they had a #1 in America.
And then they were just like, well, it's good, we'll play slower music.
Then they went to the foreman and they found out, and they went, fuck you, man, we're out of here.
I have somehow lost Facebook.
Would you like another drink?
No, I'm being serious. I just shut down, and now the icon's not even here.
Do you want
You've been kicked
off?
off.
Yes, help me, please. It doesn't really matter. I just can't read the comment. So while Tabs is doing that, here's an interesting one. Question 7: how many members of the Beatles could actually read and write music? Were you a Beatles fan? Everybody should be a Beatles fan.
Yeah. My mom. I was raised with the Beatles. My dad's a Stone, and my Rolling Stone, and my mom's the Beatles.
Could you not do both? Is it was that a thing?
No, no, they're from the '60s. So sort of like my dad he didn't like the Beatles. They were the boy band for him, and he was a rocker, and my mother was a mod. The mods and the rockers, you know.
Yeah. So there was like a rivalry, and then if you were completely out of it, you liked Cliff Richard.
Yeah,
that was a thing. That was a thing. Cliff Richard was the geek dude. So how many members of the Beatles could read and write music? And do you remember the name? Just as a side thing, it's not even a quiz question of the Beatles who never made the band, who decided against it.
What was his? No, they fired. He left the band. He said, "What was his name?"
Pete Best.
Pete Best
was the drummer.
Yeah.
And that they didn't enjoy him, but then Stuart Sutcliffe decided he was a bassist.
Wow.
And he decided he wanted to make pictures instead. He passed away. And there was another one and then his name escapes me. But I'm sure there were smart people.
Do you know the band Keen? They had a guitarist, and then they got signed, and the guitarist left the band before they sort of started going big, and they just never really replaced him. So that you don't really hear a lot of guitar in Keen's music.
Yeah, so they just moved on.
They just said, you know what, to hell with you then. We're not going to get any guitarists.
Who needs guitar anyway?
Yeah, Jesus, you're doing well there. I'm almost a bottle down, so thanks for Valbedacht. Little throw in there for you guys. Thank you.
We got some catching up to do. You know what I mean? It's been a while. All right. So now, wow, this is a lot of points for this question. There's 7 points. According to Mike D, what is the Beastie in Beastie Boys an acronym for? So
I didn't know this. You guys sent me some of the questions, and this is amazing. I'm actually glad I know it now. Like I'm gonna ask people.
This is one of those where I felt he was just drunk and making shit up.
Yeah. Possibly. Yeah. This could be complete bullshit.
Yeah, but he said it. Jacking Mike D to my dismay. Yeah. So according to Mike D, what is the Beastie in Beastie Boys an acronym for? These guys have had some longevity as well. For
Jesus, yeah. What a band.
No Sleep Till Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like some really, really good track.
Yeah, the respect. Yeah, man, they got such respect. They're like, yeah, it's incredible.
And able to rhyme with the same word for like 7 songs. What is your, like, when you write lyrics, what's your process? Like, I've heard guys who listen to the tune and then just write whatever shit fits. Or
it changes. It changes. Like some songs with like it gets a bit like deeper. Sometimes it's more just trying to see what, like there's a thing like I call them fake words. They're called words. And then phonetically, I sing a lot, and then I'll sing with a melody, and I'll go. Sometimes I swear, and in the things, by accident, which is funny. And then you try and find the phonetic word to match sometimes, and then you try and imprint sort of what you're feeling or trying to say. So it gets tricky. There's like the 3 levels: the phonetic, then the filling in the words, and then trying to find the thing. I've ruined songs because I've gone against the phonetic sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You asked.
But there are a few songs there with a crowbarred in.
No, there's not.
No, they are. There's a song that it's like a pet hate that you.
Oh, but not theirs.
No, not Ross's, but just in general.
I couldn't say whole. I couldn't say. I think I couldn't. There's a couple of words I just couldn't sing.
So I think Tabs is referring to. I'm not sure if I mention it, would I be giving it away? No, it's not in here. So like Bon Jovi says, I want to be just as close as the Holy Ghost is. I'm like, that doesn't rhyme, Bon Jovi. Like, fuck off. And it bothers me. It irritates me. It annoys me. Can I tell you an Afrikaans knock joke?
Yes.
Klop klop.
Wie's da?
Bon Jo.
Bon Jovi.
Okay, no, we're going to move on.
Bad in here.
Okay, so that was question 8. Question 9. Soft Cell's Tainted Love was actually a cover. Who released the original in 1964?
No idea. Marilyn Manson.
It might have been. He was very young in those days.
He was very young in those days. He was, yeah, it was Albert Frost and Marilyn Manson did a cover together. And he was in what was that TV show that Marilyn Manson, they say he was on, but he wasn't.
Yeah, like as a kid. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or something.
No, he was on like.
Oh, he's in the Wonder Years.
Growing Wonder Years. He wasn't in the Wonder Years. He wasn't him.
Yeah, but they say he was.
Yeah. That guy is a real Satanist now. Yeah, the guy from the Wonder Years.
And so Fred Savage was wasn't he a pedophile or something weird?
What?
In the Wonder Years, Fred Savage, there was some issue with him.
It's a director.
Hollywood.
He's a director now. It's fine if I ever see Fred, I'll apologize to him. So Soft Cell's Tainted Love was actually a cover. Who released the original in 1964? Now we're at our next Nerd for Nerd question. So you're going to play us another song and we're going to play.
So I don't know if I should sing it or just play the guitar. Maybe I should just do the guitar. And then name the song and the artist, right? Is that all right?
Okay, well, if I can get it, then it's enough. I might ask for more, though.
Okay.
Yes, done.
$50 for you. $50 for you.
Here I stand. Yes.
There we go.
Head in hand.
Eddie Vedder did a cover of it as well.
Against the wall. I don't know why I'm singing it like Bob Dylan. That's very weird. So for those of you who are listening to me trying to sing, it's definitely not Bob Dylan. It's a cracking song. Do you guys want us to play it again quick?
Yes.
Okay, let's play it one more time.
Ah, fuck that. Hope that's good enough.
There we go. It's a brilliant track. Stephen Bain is going quality show, most entertaining. Remember the good old days at the Car at Klippany Bos.
Oh, yeah.
Missed them there.
Yeah, I missed him too.
Stephen is a legend. I'm sure he works with Distel.
Yeah, we used to.
Well, you obviously know him, but I'm guessing you might have had a couple of Savannahs with him, as of I on many occasions.
Yeah, no, many times. We missed those days. See you soon,
All right,
brother.
Hopefully, we need to. Let's recap the questions really quickly, and then we'll get to the answers. Question 1: Bohemian Rhapsody in 1975 was number 1 for 9 weeks. Who finally knocked it off the top slot with a song name that appears in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody? Name the song and the band that ended Queen's number 1 success. Question 2: besides Ross and Dale, name 2 current members of Prime Circle. We'll accept first names. Question 3: what are the 4 main sections that a drum kit can be broken into? Question 4: SA rocker Martin Otto is more commonly known as what or who? Question 5: Eminem's Lose Yourself is the soundtrack to which film? Question 6: Rick Allen is famously known as the one-armed drummer in which British band? Question 7: how many members of the Beatles could actually read and write music? Question 8: according to Mike D, what is the Beastie in Beastie Boys an acronym for? Question 9: Soft Cell's Tainted Love was actually a cover. Who released the original in 1964? And then you want to play the tune one more time.
Are you ready? Fuck it.
Okay, let's get to the answers. 1975.
Our child's got a long way to go. So our 7-year-old has decided to take up the guitar.
But
you'll be better than me in a year.
It's not going to be pretty for a while, but it's better than one of our friends whose son just decided to take up the violin.
But let's talk about the actual quiz now. 1975, Bohemian Rhapsody was number 1 for 9 weeks. Which song, whose name appears in the lyrics of Bohemian Rhapsody, finally knocked it off the top spot? I wanted the name of the song and the band. It was Mamma Mia by ABBA.
I thought Van Dango for some reason.
Now you go through all but Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia, let me go. And
yeah, you took the Van Dango, whatever, you know.
Scaramouche, Scaramouche. Can you do the Van Dango?
Yeah.
So yes, Mamma Mia by ABBA. 1 point for Mamma Mia, 1 point for ABBA. Question 2: besides Ross and Dale, please name 2 current members of Prime Circle. Marco Gomez. We didn't go with Dale. Dirk Bischoff and Neil Breitenbach. So if you got any 2 of those, in fact, if you got Dale before Ross said it and you're honest with yourself, we'll give you a point for that.
There you go.
I did kind of prompt you into saying it, so we don't judge you at all. Marco, Dale, Dirk, or Neil. If you got any 2 of those, give yourselves 2 points, 1 for each. What are the 4 main sections that a drum kit can be broken into? So it's the hardware, which is drum stands, pedals, and cymbal stands. The extensions, chimes, tambourines, and cowbells. The shells, that's toms and bass drum. And the breakables, that's the stool. Is that a breakable?
Well, it depends on
Snare
which
drum.
part of... No, never mind.
I don't know. The stool, snare drum, cymbals, sticks, brushes, because sticks are breakable. Have you ever tried to break a drumstick? Brushes and bass drum pedals. But you've got pedals in here twice.
I think Dale went through like 100. Dale goes through about 100 sticks every freaking album we make. It's like a chipping machine. It's just wood chips everywhere around his kit when we finish.
Really? So it is.
Yeah, he breaks. No, he doesn't break 100, but he breaks a lot of freaking drumsticks and drumsticks.
Okay, so the four main sections are the hardware, the extensions, the shells, and the breakables. Sigh.
Didn't know that.
No, I don't think even Dale would know that. I don't think anybody would know
That's
that.
That's a random thing.
Like, do you think when he packs his drum kit away, he goes, "Okay, guys, let's first put the extensions and then no." Anyway, I'm not going to judge because otherwise I might have to write questions myself next time. Question 4. SA rocker Martin Otto is more commonly known as Cito from Wonderboom.
Yep.
Well, you didn't have to write Cito from Wonderboom. If you just put Cito, give yourself a point.
He's also called Blood Honey. You guys must check out his solo album. Has also come out.
Blood Honey.
Blood Honey. Yeah, it's very cool. He's. I've got a song coming out. We did a cover with Cito of a Nick Cave song called "Weeping Song." We got that coming out. Soon. That was a lot of fun to do. Very, very if you're a fan of Peaky Blinders kind of thing, it's got that kind of feel. Yeah.
Nice.
Little self-promotion. There we go.
Oh no, that's we want you to promote yourself until you get hairy palms. So it's Blood Honey, and it's coming out soon. And it's called?
The song, yeah, he's got his solo record is out. He's got a single out now as well, and then it's Blood Honey is his solo. So check it out. And then we've got a song that we're looking to release soon. We're just figuring it out, but it's a Nick Cave song cover called "Weeping Song."
Weeping Song. That's right. Question 5. Eminem's "Lose Yourself" is Eminem's "Lose Yourself" is the soundtrack to which film? And it's 8 Mile. Do you ever rap? You do? No, you don't.
I've rapped once or twice, and it's a tricky thing to do, hey? Tricky thing. So it can come out sounding a bit strange sometimes with me. But one or two things, maybe you never know in the future.
Yeah. Well, we'll look out for that. So the name of the film was 8 Mile, which I thought was quite an easy one.
Maybe Cooler Box can do it.
No, that's
love Cooler Box, man. Cooler Box is rad. Bring back Cooler Box. Fuck yes.
We've spoken about Cooler Box far too much on these quizzes. Rick Allen is famously known as the one-armed drummer for which British band? It's Def Leppard. Now, I'm embarrassed to admit that I only realized Def Leppard were British like 3 days ago.
Wow. No.
I thought they were American.
Yeah, they in Sheffield, I think they were. You know, could have gone either way. They could have gone the full Monty, but they made a hit when their steel works down.
So yes, Def Leppard is the answer to question 6. Question 7. This one I argued about, and I was wrong. How many members of the Beatles could actually read and write music?
None of them.
Not a single one. Sis.
They learned later on, but they aren't.
Well, the thing is that apparently they didn't study musical theory or any of that, even though they all went to the same art school. But what they would do is write down the notes. So they didn't write it. The chords and it's chords and the notes. So they didn't draw the note as in like they would just be like A, B, G, D. And then
those guys were amazing, man. Like I heard a story that they'd actually go and find people who had like if they developed new chords and new structures and new things, they were just musical nerds, really. They go track them down because they didn't have YouTube or anything back then, and they'd literally go and get the chord from the person, like figure it out with them and learn about it. But you never know what's true or not.
But also the things they used to do, like, sorry, I'm a bit of a Beatles nerd, is that in studio, the way they would record stuff was completely, because remember halfway through their career, they were like, we're never playing live gigs again because we were killed by the emperor of like Taiwan or Thailand or something.
Yeah.
And so that they would play stuff through old transistor amplifiers or like record it and then distort it and things like that had never been done before. They were amazing.
Legends.
Even though they were the first ones to get a full-on orchestra to play behind them, just because they could.
Well, they invented the monitor. I know that as well.
So
we're both nerding out here. Let's just do a Beatles quiz completely.
We should. I would. Well, we'll start with the Quarrymen. We'll move on. Anyway.
Oh my God.
So the amount of Beatles who could read and write music was 0. Question 8, according to Mike D, what is the Beastie and the Beastie Boys an acronym for? Boys entering anarchistic stages towards internal excellence.
Bullshit. I think he made that up on the spot. Like this is a rapper.
He was just like, it wasn't just Beastie. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
And then he just made words that fitted.
Yeah.
But I'm calling bullshit as well. But that's for 7 points. So 1 point for each correct word you got. Boys entering anarchistic stages towards internal excellence.
I want to know how many people got that.
It is rad, though. It is very rad.
Well, I've always loved their music, but I think that I don't think they started out with that in mind. Question 9, Soft Cell's Tainted Love was actually a cover. Who released the original in 1964? It was Gloria Jones.
Prime means people really in music entertainment.
Perfect. Respected intellectuals making entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. That's what it meant.
Yeah. Well. And then the artist and song title.
Is Hide Your Love Away by the Beatles.
By the Beatles.
No, not by the Beatles. It's by John Lennon. Sorry.
Is it by John Lennon? The artist was the Beatles. Yes.
No, I think it's John Lennon actually. Hide Your Love Away.
It was on the Red album.
Then it's the Beatles. Sorry.
I think it's the Beatles. We'll Google it just to be sure. But okay. We'll take John Lennon or the Beatles, and it's Hide Your Love Away. Actually, one of my favorite tracks by the Beatles.
Amazing song.
Who did you think it was, Tabs?
Never mind. I'll embarrass myself.
She's in the bar. She's going to say Boyzone or something. No. So that round was out of 22. I don't know. I'm probably going to get punched in the face for saying that. Round was out of 22. Fill in your scores on the Google document. Let us know how you did. Oh, crap. We're supposed to send Erica a cooler box disc. I just realized what she meant when she said, I need my disc. Yeah, so let us know how you did. We're into the final round.
Sure, this has been a long round. You see what I mean, Ross? Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, but
sorry,
awesome. Like I'm really enjoying
myself. Thanks for having me on the show, guys. I appreciate it.
The round is out of 22, Layla. So that's a lot of points for one round. In fact, I think that's the most points in any round ever.
Okay. In any Q&A.
In anyone. Like 7 points for saying Beastie stands for Boys Entering Anarchistic Stages Towards Internal Excellence. They could have thought of a better acronym.
Apparently that was a tough round.
What? Well.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, let's move into section 3 because time is marching on. It's a school night. Question 1, section 3. We've kind of already said this like a million times.
It's fine. I didn't want to tell everyone to be quiet.
It's which town does Prime Circle hail from? Way back in 2001.
Yeah. Well, this is for people who've been paying attention.
There we go.
If they can tell me, you get an extra point maybe, Chris, if you guys are keen. If you can tell me which town I'm from, where I was born.
Oh,
were you born there? Not.
Yeah, because if they would also be listening, they'd get it. But like, where was I born?
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I score a point there. I'm winning. So yes, there'll be a bonus point if you can tell us where Ross was born, and which point.
I gave up drinking today. Cheers.
Which point does Prime Circle? Which town does Prime Circle hail from?
How many runs is that now?
Not enough. Question 2. Reginald Kenneth Dwight is better known by what name?
Now we've had that one before. So these are gimme points.
This is a gimme point, but the next one gets a bit weird. Reginald Kenneth Dwight is better known by what name? It's I've never been a massive fan of this dude, but I respect him.
The movie was good. Did you watch the movie?
We're not going to even. That's a big clue there.
It's not that big a clue. There are lots of movies.
Question 3. Why did composer Richard Wagner wear white gloves when conducting Mendelssohn's music?
That's an interesting question.
We are going back a few years now. This is slightly before the first Oppie Coppie. I have to just also thank Daniel Surridge for this question, but just put in the disclaimer, this was literally Tabs was doing the questions and she was like, shit, I need one more and I can't think of one. Daniel, please help me. And then this was the one. So why did and it is fairly interesting. Why did composer Richard Wagner wear white gloves when conducting Mendelssohn's music?
Are you a classical music fan?
I listen to classic FM, and I feel like I like fava beans and I like Chianti, those kind of things. I love classical music.
No, we have it on for the girls all the time.
Have you ever seen that thing where if Ludwig van Beethoven was a rock star in the modern era?
No.
Can you imagine that? He'd be like, "Hello, South Africa. Are you there? I can't hear you. I still can't hear."
Shit.
Oh my goodness! All the dad jokes coming up.
That's not a dad joke. It's very funny. And for those of you who are wondering why it's funny, it's because he was deaf.
Oh.
Because sometimes when people do that joke on stage, they have to do it a lot before the crowds get it. Yes. So question 4, what is SA rock group Sarin Gas now known as?
Wow, man. Can I tell you, we played Battle of the Bands. We were in Standard 8, played Battle of the Bands when it was back at the waterfront, when the waterfront had water in Joburg. Yep. And it was Morgan's Cat. And we played the first round of Battle of the Bands, and I was in a band called the Fallen Angels. And we lost the first round of the Battle of the Bands. But we sent Sean Velgemer or Morgan an email, and we said we'd love to, because back then you had to cover a South African song, and we covered 69T, and we destroyed the song. It was like really bad. But the passion was there, and he eventually played. We spoke to him after, he was such a legend, and afterwards he came to Middelburg and played at the prison for a bunch of us. Our friend had his birthday there, and they played a gig for like 50 of us in Middelburg. Can you freaking believe it? And then the next thing, they were the biggest thing in the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I always loved these guys.
Good guy. He's got the best memory I've ever of any person I've actually ever met. He's got one of the best memories. Sean, he's incredible with his memory.
So what is rock group Sarin Gas now known as? I think they changed it when the terrorist attacks happened.
Yeah, I think so. It was making it in China. Yeah.
Okay, question 5. Which classical composer outsold Beyonce in 2016?
Wow.
Which is, it's kind of a, yeah. So you would have probably heard this guy on Classic FM once or twice.
Yeah.
But he outsold Beyonce.
That's amazing.
Well,
I wonder where all that money goes to.
I'm sure it goes to the orchestra here, though. If they liked it so much, they should have put a ring on it.
Yeah.
See what I did there? I like try to think of all the Beyonce songs I know, and that was the only one. I'm sure she's got others. There are people who are big fans of hers. She's amazing. Oh, that would be. Kirst Dalton says I've got top bar service. So yes, thank you, Kirst. This is why I do these quizzes. It's the only time Tabs ever pours me drinks.
That's my girlfriend, and she hasn't been giving me drinks. So
sis, yeah, that's disgusting.
I'm on my own here.
Who was it that we were? It was Graham Watkins, and his wife was watching. She was watching Kim was watching the stream, and he's like, Kim, can you bring me a drink?
Yeah. Well, I'm almost out of this bottle. I've done well.
Yeah, we'll get another one to you ASAP.
Yeah, she knows.
Which is the first? This is a question we've actually had before as well. Which is the first band to ever play on every single continent?
I think we were the first band to tour the entire. We were to tour India the way we did. We toured India. Massive.
You toured India.
Yeah, it was an amazing time. We did, and we eventually we did it twice, and we went back, and it was a thing called Rock in India, and the Backstreet Boys were the headline, and people were standing outside with They were picketing with like big signs saying, "We want our rock back." And we actually made the news. We made the newspaper the next day that said at least there was some rock and roll there. It was amazing. It was like the craziest time in India. Yeah.
That's well, of all the places to tour, India is not one that I would have expected.
Well, we were trying to lose weight, so we just drank all the water. It was bad. Delhi belly I got Delhi belly bad. Oh.
Yeah. Far safer to drink the beer, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So. So question 6, which is the first band to play on every single continent? Question 7, what do you commonly call a song that gets stuck in your head?
Annoying.
I'm going to say...
A Britney Spears song.
You see, Ross, you've never heard Ping Pong.
Ping Pong.
Ping Pong. Do you know who Ping Pong is?
No.
There's a song that goes... Baby shark, do 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 do.
Oh God! Yeah.
Then you like, come back, Brittany. All is forgiven.
Yeah, please. I want some Brittany in my life.
Yeah, anything but Baby Shark. And notice we've just put it in our own head. Oh, there we go. Even Caesar came up with Baby Shark. Everybody who's a parent knows Baby Shark. In fact, we have Baby Shark cereal right now, which is awesome because it's 40% less sugar. But every morning I get to hear the song all over again. In fact, some people think it's a satanic chant that unlocked hell, and that's why we're currently in 2020.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's not the answer though. The question is, what do you commonly call a song that gets stuck in your head? Was this also one of the end of the quiz questions there? Anyway.
No, I thought that was quite a cool one. Dawn thinks that's funny.
Question.
She's saying thank you for that.
Yeah, because it's stuck in Dawn's head now too. Question 8: in which European state is the army smaller than its military orchestra?
Wow.
That I thought was funny.
Well, I'm sure if there was a fight, the army would win.
Against the orchestra.
Okay, so in which European state is the army smaller than its orchestra? And then question 9: In the Prince debut album, he claimed to have played all 27 musical instruments himself. Name 5 of these for 5 points.
Now, you can guess some of them.
How many instruments can you play?
None. I can play. I've started my lockdown skill learn was piano. It's always been a dream of mine, and I used to be able to play like this. You know what I mean? Like I was jerking off a horse or something. I couldn't move my fingers or anything. So I learned to play a bit of the piano on lockdown. So I can play the drum. Like I can play a little bit of the drum, but like bongo, not the real drum like you. Guitar and a little bit of piano.
Didn't you have to learn the recorder at some point?
I didn't do that. I actually, I just didn't do that. I skipped that part.
I'm sad. When I went to music school, you had to learn the recorder before they let you do anything.
No, I had it as a class. It was a very disruptive class. It was not very good.
Do you remember Umpy from Boo? When he used to play the keyboard with his fingers.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
And he good trumpet player.
Fabulously talented.
I was at his house and he played me the relationship between the Nude Girls and Just Ginger, their biggest hits at the time. They're both #1 hits, had exactly the same chord progressions. It was amazing. Like just random facts like that.
Interesting. And you did stand-up comedy for a while.
Wow. Okay. Where is he now? We send a shout out.
I think he's doing landscaping, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow. Well, shout out to you.
Something random like that, with landscaping or like a very intelligent guy. So I think he'll do well at whatever he does.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we need you to name 5 of the 27 instruments that Prince claimed to play.
And where is Umpy right now? Where is he? Tell us.
Who's Prince?
Umpy.
Oh, Umpy. Yes, and tell us where Umpy is for a bonus.
Tell us where he is for 10 points.
It's not for the quiz. It's just we'll give you 10 points anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then our final song for tonight.
Okay.
Are you going to sing and play? Otherwise,
I'm going to sing and play.
Bob Dylan again.
Okay, this is a song, one of the songs I love. It's from a solo record. As I walk beside her, I am the better man. As I try to leave her, I always stagger back again. Once I built an ivory tower so I could worship from above. Climbed down and be set free. She took me in again. There's a big hard sun beating on a big people in a big hard world. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea. I really enjoyed that, but I have no idea.
It's a tricky one. I thought I'd throw in one, but there was a movie about it, and it was the title. He wrote all the music for the movie.
Oh, okay.
And the title, obviously, the title of the song is in the song, but we need to know who sang it.
Yes, and what the song title is, because if you don't know the title, then you could just play. Let's try again.
I'll do the chorus. There's a big hard sun beating on a big people in a big hard world. There's a big hard sun beating on a big people in a big hard world.
Okay.
All right. Well, luckily, I don't feel stupid because Tab doesn't know either. But let's just do a quick recap of the questions. Question 1. Which town does Prime Circle hail from way back in 2001? And for a bonus point, where was Ross born? Question 2. Reginald Kenneth Dwight is better known by what name? Question 3. Why did composer Richard Wagner wear white gloves when conducting Mendelssohn's music? Question 4. What is SA rock group Sarin Gas now known as? Question 5. Which classical composer outsold Beyonce in 2016? Question 6. Which is the first band to ever play on every single continent? Question 7. What do you commonly call a song that gets stuck in your head? Question 8. In which European state is the army smaller than its military orchestra? And then finally, question 9. Prince, sorry, it's not finally, but anyway, Prince, in his debut album, he claimed to play all 27 instruments by himself. I need you to please name 5 of these. And then the artist and song title for this track, please.
There's a big heart, son, beating on the big people in a big hard world. There's a big, a big heart, son, beating on the big people in a big hard world.
Okay. Let's go to the answers. Question 1. Which town does Prime Circle hail from back in 2001? For those of you who haven't been paying attention, it was Witbank. And the bonus question, where was Ross born? Motherwell. Motherwell, indeed. So how old were you when you moved here?
I was 4 months.
Oh, God, it's like my
So you got some really good memories of Motherwell then?
I'm a Scottish African.
Yeah. Well, I'm married to one of those. Okay, so one point for Witbank, and if you got Motherwell, give yourself a bonus point. Question 2. Reginald Kenneth Dwight is better known by what name? Did you know this one?
No, I had no idea.
The Rocket Man himself, it's Elton John.
Oh, wow. I should have remembered that.
Because he was in the movie where he's talking to the AA people.
Yeah. It was all right movie. I think it'll be good on stage.
Probably better on stage.
I didn't realize it was a musical when we started watching it.
I'll watch it on stage. It'll be good.
Same time as the Queen movie, and I far preferred the Queen movie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. Bad timing. Yeah.
So Elton John is the answer to question 2. Question 3. Why did composer Richard Wagner wear white gloves when conducting Mendelssohn's music? It's because he was an anti-Semite, and he needed to insulate himself from music written by a Jew.
Wow.
So,
what a dick.
So at the end of the performance, he would immediately toss the gloves to the ground to indicate his disdain.
What a dick. Fuck that guy. Okay.
That's but I suppose in those days it might have made sense.
Really?
Because obviously the Jewishness could have gotten onto your hands. Oh. And then who wants that? Because they didn't have sanitizer in those days, so you wore white gloves. Yeah. Question 4. What is SA rock group Sarin Gas now known as? It's Seether.
The boys.
I had a long old argument once with my cousin, like it generated into a screaming match, because he was like, you must hear the South African band, they're amazing. And he, because he comes from the States, just to explain. And I was like, I know these guys, this is Sarin Gas. And he's like, no, it's not, it's Seether. And I was like, no, it's not, it's Sarin Gas. And because they'd only just changed their name, and in South Africa. But anyway, so they're now known as Seether. I wish you were a beer. That's beautiful lyrics.
Yeah. I forgot about that song. That's an amazing song. I'm playing that tonight.
Really, Smiling Jesus, Get Off That Cross. That's also quite a cool.
Yeah, that was the good
But I really like them. So anyway, question 4 is Seether. Question 5. Which classical composer outsold Beyonce in 2016? There's actually a story to this. It's Mozart.
Wow.
But so in 2016, the Universal Music Group released a box set commemorating the 225th anniversary of his death. And each disc included the box set counted as one CD sold. And each set contained 200 discs.
Wow.
So throw in
Good for him,
proliferation of streaming, which has significantly dampened CD sales, and voila. That's what it says here.
Voila.
Voila. Which is
Voila.
I don't speak Italian, but that's what it says here.
Fucking love that word.
Voila. So Mozart is the answer to question 5. Question 6, which is the first band to play each continent? It's Metallica.
Oh, wow. I thought it was 30 Seconds to Mars.
They've even played different planets, 30 Seconds to Mars. No, Metallica.
Well, they've played very close to them.
So they set this record when they performed to 120 scientists and competition winners in a transparent dome in the Carlini station at Antarctica.
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're still the only band to have played all of the continent.
Well, you guys have done most of them, though.
We've done some. No, we haven't. We got a long way to go still, but we're working on it.
Well, you've done Africa and Asia, so.
Yeah, we're pretty much sorted. 9%. I did a thing. There's an app you can get called Been There, and you type in all the places you've been. I've been to 11% of the planet.
Yeah, so 89% you got.
Yeah,
you're still young. You got time. What do you commonly call a song that gets stuck in your head? It's called an earworm.
Ah, I knew that one. No, I didn't, but should have known it.
Baby shark. Anyway, so the answer to question 7 is an earworm. And question 8, in which European state is the army smaller than its military orchestra? That's Monaco.
Okay.
The army's got 82 people, and then the military orchestra's got 85. But like I said, if they had a fight, I'm pretty sure the army would win.
Wow. I've just seen a message there from my sister in the UK. Hello, Nicola. Hello, Hoffs. Blast off.
So it's Africa, Australia, Asia, Europe all played. So we just need to sort you out North and South America, and you sort it.
And
there we go.
Question 9. In Prince's debut album, he claimed to play all 27 musical instruments himself. Name 5 of them. So I'm just going to rattle off names of musical instruments.
Some random crap on there.
If you got 5 of them, give you a point for each one that you got correct. It is the electric guitar, the acoustic guitar, bass synth, singing bass. I don't know what a singing bass is.
He sang bass. So
that's not a musical instrument.
I had to Google them all.
Fuzz bass, that's like the bottom of your beard.
I can sing the bass.
Apparently it's a musical instrument.
But you need to list them all in your album covers now.
Electric piano, I'm sure that's called a keyboard, but that's just me. Electric piano, acoustic piano, mini Moog.
That is a small synthesizer.
Here we go.
And I Googled them.
Poly Moog.
It's a big synthesizer.
ARP or ARP, string ensemble.
It's also kind of keyboardy type thing.
ARP or ARP, pro soloist.
Yeah, same thing.
Oberheim 4-voice.
I did Google it, I can't remember.
Clavinet, drums, syn drums, water drums, slapsticks. Is that an actual thing?
Yeah.
I thought that was when you got like a pie in your face.
Slapstick, I don't know.
Slapsticks, bongos, congas, finger cymbals. That's what happened to him later on in life. And wind chimes. That's not an instrument. That's an irritation. Orchestral bells, wood blocks, bush trap,
I clearly got bored.
Trying really hard not to make a joke about that one. Tree bell, hand claps and finger snaps are not a musical instrument, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, I mastered the finger snap. Going, look at me, I can do both hands.
If he listed these, that's strange. That's going to be weird. But he was probably one of the greatest guitarists of ever. Yeah.
So he listed. He was like, I played 27 musical instruments, including the hand clap. Watch. It was the same interview where he said this. It was the same interview where Mike D said Beastie Boys stands for.
Yeah. They were
Boys
booked off each other.
Anarchy or whatever. Okay, so do you feel I need to read them again?
No,
I don't think so.
No, thank God.
Just no. That's tragic. So if that was 5 points, if you got any 5 of those, if you got hand claps and finger snaps, then you're weird. As was cymbal. If you got finger cymbal, then give yourself 2 points. So then question 10. The artist and song title.
The answer is Eddie Vedder, Big Hard Sun.
Eddie Vedder, Big Hard Sun. There we go. All right, so that round was out of 15.
Okay, that's anyone's game right now because.
Can I be a complete knob?
Yeah.
And ask you while I just take a quick break to play or talk or just do something. But I really have to. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Apparently,
I've had some drinks. So well, I didn't mean go. No, me. I needed to go. Where's Ross gone?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. Right. Love your work. I'll be right back.
Thank you. This is a song that I always loved. It's from a movie that Sean Penn directed. When I walk beside her, I am the better man.
Oh, nice.
When I try to leave her, I always stagger back again. Once I built an ivory tower so I could worship from above. Climb down to be set free. She took me in again. There's a big hard sun on the big people, even on the big world. Oh, there's a big hard sun beating on the good people in a big hard world.
Oh. Ah.
Once she come to greet me, yes, mercy at my feet. Calm down, I'll be a charm. Throws it back at me.
Well done, thank you.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank Eddie Vedder.
And I'm just putting it out there. If people were counting, according to Prince, you played 6 musical instruments there.
There we go.
It was the guitar, it was the whistle, it was the voice bass, the voice treble.
Yes. I actually beat him. I beat him in musical instruments. Well, I'm definitely a bottle down. So cheers to everybody. It was a good one.
Yeah.
There we go. Cheers.
Chris is also a bottle down.
I'm not quite a bottle down. I think I'm a bottle of Coke Zero down. But
Yeah.
There's still a bit of Takamaka left.
My bar lady is coming. She's arriving.
I love your bar lady. She's She's giving you top bar service. I just had to remember the quote. Oh, you see?
Thanks, babe. Calm
That's
down,
amazing.
Take advantage.
So we have our winners in third place with a score of 27 points. It is Team Solo Surridge. So well done, Team Solo Surridge. Team Solo Surridge, as a prize for third place, you get to release yourself from your COVID isolation as of tomorrow.
No, you went back to work today. Shame.
Question 9.
Chris.
Section. Not even. I can't speak. I've lost the time to speak. In second place, it's not section. It's not question. In second place is the Here for the Beer troglodytes. They are your co-people from Witbank. It's Eric and them. So congratulations. Well done.
So proud. I'm so proud. I'll see you at the dam.
As your prize for second place.
Two teams, eh?
Oh, is it 2 teams?
Yeah.
Okay, so well, for Team Here for the Beer, I don't know what we'll give the troglodytes, but for Team Here for the Beer, you never have to admit to coming from Witbank ever again. So congratulations.
White couch, baby. White couch.
And then our winners for this evening in first place, they're getting super good with a score of 31 points. It's Team Swim for Sadie. Congratulations.
Well done.
And as your prize, you get to go onto YouTube and watch the Prime Circle or Ross single of your choice, absolutely free of charge, as many times as you like. So congratulations, Team Swim for Sadie. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Thank you for joining us, guys. We are, as I mentioned last time, we're doing this only weekly now. So we'll see you again next week, Tuesday, with Maps Maponyani, who's not quite as good looking as Ross. And he can't sing well either, but his dad was a great footballer and he makes amazing hamburgers.
Nice.
Ross, your burgers aren't that good.
Nice. I know.
But you got him on the singing side. You got him on the singing side. All right. So thank you very much for joining us, Ross. Thank you, you legend. When is your next? Let's do more self-promotion for you. What can people look out for from you coming up soon?
People can just follow my Instagram, Ross Learmonth. There's no underscores or anything. And just check out for new stuff. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. I've been working on this bloody album, and I'm so proud of it, but it's going to be coming out very soon, probably next year early. And then we'll bring out a new Prime Circle single, which people can look forward to, hopefully, soon. And we are going to be around. We're going to be playing live again. So this December, we'll hope to see you guys,
Fantastic. I'm excited about that. All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
I won the award. I didn't break the seal tonight, so I'm pretty happy about it.
You did. I was trying desperately not to, and then I was like, I can't anymore.
No, I'm running now. We must end soon.
All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. We'll
Thanks.
see you next week, Tuesday. Cheers.